Hello everyone, today I'm back with one of my god guides, and today we're going to be over Scylla. Now Scylla is a mage that is focused completely around damage. She does not bring much utility to the team, which is why she's not played as much now, because the meta's kind of focused more on utility type mages, since hunters and guardians are really powerful right now. But Scylla is still really good. She can blow people up pretty quickly. And I really like Scylla, she's a lot of fun. And we're going to go over build real quick. I know I have a bunch of items right here. Most mages don't have like a set item, like set build that you should build every time. But they have a lot of different items to choose from. I'm going to go over why you would want to pick some of these different items and well, starter items. You want to get Empiric Shroud. That's going to be your sustain and lane early. Have to have Empiric Shroud. Very good. Scylla does not have very good lane clear early. I'm going to let you know. She's very weak early. And Empiric Shroud's going to help you out a little bit. Going to give you some extra health. Going to give you extra mana and health back when you kill minions, because you're going to probably be using your abilities a lot early. So the extra mana back is going to really help. Secondly, depending on what you're going to buy later, you can either get Tiny Trinket if you're going to build a Bancross tile later. You can get Tiny Trinket if you want it. It will give you 20 extra damage, which is pretty good for Scylla early game because, like I said, her clear sucks early. Or you can get the Lost Artifact. I usually go with Lost Artifact first. It gives you a little bit less power to start with, but it gives you mana generation. And then either one of these choices are fine. They're both good. Just depending on what you're going to build into. And then just buy potions. Just buy whatever potions you want. Then going to start the build. You'll only get boots. Now I have right here the power boots, but you could also get the cooldown reduction boots. I like to go power boots on her early because, like I said, she doesn't have very good wave clear, and those power boots can secure you a kill that the cooldown reduction boots might not get you early. Now if you get late game, you're going to want to sell the power boots for cooldown reduction boots. Cooldown reduction boots will offer more DPS late game because a little bit of damage that you get from the power boots is not going to make up for the extra cooldown reduction. For your penetration item, this is going to be really the only choice you're going to have on Scylla. It's going to be Obsidian Shard. It kind of sucks because Obsidian Shard's kind of for the most part, but she doesn't really have any way to use Spear of the Magus. You could get Void Stone, I guess, if you wanted, but I don't think that's very good. I think that's much worse than Obsidian Shard. And you definitely don't want Demonic Grip on Scylla. So Obsidian Shard's really the only choice you got. It's still a good item. It's just not the best penetration wise. Nowhere near as good as Demonic Grip or Spear. But what can you do? It's still Scylla. She's not going to care. She's still going to chunk people. I also like to build Book of Thoth. She's a very Scylla just wants a lot of damage, and you're not going to get too much more damage out of an item than Book of Thoth. Now you can build Book of Thoth much later in your build because the stacks don't matter that much from it. I think when you get it fully stacked, it's only like an extra 28 damage or something like that. It's not a whole lot. Most of your damage is going to come from the amount of mana you already have on you. But yeah, it's just Book of Thoth. It's going to give you a lot of damage, and it's going to give you a lot of mana too. And when you do get stacked up, I know stacks don't matter that much damage wise, but hey, extra mana always helps. Then we got Rod Tahuti. Rod Tahuti, just going to give you an insane amount of damage. I would suggest building Rod Tahuti last because you get more magical power from Rod Tahuti depending on the amount you already have. So the later that you buy it, the more it's going to be useful. If you buy it like second, you're not going to get much out of Rod Tahuti. There's absolutely no reason to build it early. I would build it maybe 5th item at the earliest. Or you can maybe get away with building it 4th if you have just enough gold just to straight up buy rod since it's so expensive, but I wouldn't really suggest it. It's still very powerful. Once you get this built, especially if this is your last item, you hit someone with your ulti, if you hit a squishy person with your ultimate, I've hit people for about 1500 before. It's pretty crazy. Now Doom Orb is another very good item. It's a very risky because you're going to lose half the stacks, but early game, if you do want to do a Doom Orb, I would build it before boots. That'd be the very first thing you build. And you're going to want to start with Lost Artifact since that's the tier 1 of Doom Orb. It's not very expensive to build, and it's going to give you a bunch of power once you start getting it stacked. It's a very cost efficient item. You just have to kind of be careful that you don't die a lot early, because they see it, they might try to camp you. Because Scylla was a Doom Orb. It's pretty scary. Next we're going to go to Bancroft's Talon. Bancroft's Talon is an item that I have a very strange relationship with because I really like it, and at the same time I really don't like it. Because the only reason why you want Bancroft's Talon is for the damage. It has lifesteal on it, but you don't care about the lifesteal. Mages, okay. So this is how lifesteal works for mages in general. For most mages in general. When it comes to lifesteal and your AoE attacks, which pretty much all the mages' abilities are going to be AoE, it's only going to do, I think, like, you're only going to get 0.33 of that, of the lifesteal that it says. I think Bancroft's like 12%, so you're only going to get like 0.33 of that 12%. That's not going to be a whole lot. The lifesteal is pretty useless except for Anubis just because of his passive, and it's not bad on Freya if you use your two steroids at the same time, but that's completely different that I'll go over whenever I cover Freya. But Bancroft's, it gives you 100 damage straight up, and you get extra damage for each percentage of your health missing. You could get a whole lot of damage out of Bancroft's. So Bancroft's is still good. Don't buy it for the lifesteal. Lifesteal's useless. Get it for the damage. Now this is an item that I really do not like that much, but I have to admit, it has its place. If the other team is very tanky, I know Guardians are very powerful right now. If the other team's really tanky, Soul Reaver is pretty good against them. Because it's going to do guaranteed percentage of their health. And tanks, and the Guardians are usually going to have a lot of health. Emir gets like 104 health per level. He's going to have a lot of health. And if he gets hit by this, that's going to take a lot of damage out of him. So Soul Reaver is pretty good against tanky lineups. If they don't have a tanky lineup, do not build Soul Reaver. It's not worth it. But if they do, it's not a bad item. I still don't know if I would really buy it, but that's when it's going to be useful, is against tanky lineups. I really suggest building Chronos Pendant later, probably right before you get Rod to Tahuti. You'll want to try to get, you're going to want to get to max cooldown reduction. Because late game, the more abilities you can throw off, the more damage you're going to do. Chronos Pendant also gives you a pretty good bit of, it gives you a decent bit of power. So it's not going to complain about that. And the more times you get I'm a Monster off, well, the better. Plus Crush will hit for like 800 late game on a squishy. So just keep tossing that out every few seconds. The other team's not going to be very happy with you. I got a couple down here for the defensive. If you want to build Warlock Sash, it's very good. It's going to give you a lot of health. This is not the worst thing on Scylla that you might think. You might think of Warlock Sash as more of a utility mage's item. Yeah, but it still works very good on Scylla. Scylla scales very well because of her passive too. It's going to give her a lot of extra damage. And just the way her abilities work. So having the extra health never hurts. It could be the difference of you staying alive and being able to use your abilities again to kill their opponent. But if you're going to be a Warlock Sash, build it early. I would get it right after boots because 100 stacks is not easy to get. Not always the easiest thing to get. Because unlike Book of Thoth, you need the stacks on Warlock Sash. Have to have the stacks. Warlock Sash is pretty useless without the stacks. And you gotta get 100. That's gonna take quite a while. But still really good on. And then you got the alternative to Warlock Sash. I would not build both of these on the same one, but I would get one of them if you're looking to get some more health. Ethereal Staff is the one you want to get if you don't feel like building stacks, or if you decide that you want to get health a little bit later in your build. It's basically just the stack-free version of Warlock Sash. It's going to give you a little extra damage because it's going to convert your health into, well, a percentage of your health into damage. Very good item. It's going to keep you alive longer, just like Warlock Sash. I would suggest if you're going to build one of these to probably get Warlock Sash, but the real staff's also still really good. It just depends what you want to do. Both of these are very good if you want more health. And that's going to be the main items for Scylla. I'm going to go over the actives real quick. You would definitely want beads. Beads are going to help you stay alive. That's basically all you want on mages. And you're going to want actives that will help you stay alive. Combat Blink is very good. That's basically one free escape, but it's on a very long cooldown. I think it's about 3 minutes or so, or like 300 seconds. I don't remember. It's very long. It's crazy. And well, it's not 300 seconds. It's not that long. I think it's about 3 minutes. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's long. How about that? It's long. But like I said, that's when you use Combat Blink, you're basically gonna get away. You're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to do something pretty crazy, or you're gonna have to do something really dumb to get caught after combat blinking. Other good items, Aegis. They have a Nubis, Poseidon. Someone with just a bunch of burst damage. They can hit you and just kill you in one shot with their ability, or just super quick with it. Well, Aegis. Aegis is good. You'd either get this Aegis or the moving Aegis. Just depending on what gods. I mean, like, moving Aegis would be pretty good against Anubis. Yeah. Just depends what you want. And then if they have a bunch of slows on their team, like, I don't know, Nemesis, who just slows people whenever she feels like it. Well, Sprint. You could maybe do Heavenly Agility too. Heavenly Agility might actually be slightly better, but Sprint 3 also works. Yeah, I'd probably actually get Heavenly Agility. Oops. Let's change that. Nope. Okay, well, my X doesn't want to work, but actually, I probably won't let me. Whatever. Just get Heavenly Agility instead. I made a mistake there. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Mostly for the builds, consumables, whatever. Just buy wards. Please buy wards. I don't see people buy wards enough in this game. Makes me sit. Now we're gonna look at abilities. We're gonna go to the passive real quick, which is Quick Learner. And basically, when you get maxed out an ability, it's gonna get an additional effect, and you gain 20 extra magical power. So once you hit level 20, that's gonna be an extra 80 damage that you get just from leveling up your abilities. That's basically having a 7th item, because not a whole lot of items are gonna give you 80 damage. Just some of the very powerful ones, like Book of Thoth will, Ride Hootie will give you that kind of damage. Look at your first ability, Sickle. She'll send out, it's a straight line attack. She sends out her hounds or tentacle wolf monsters, whatever she's got under that dress, I don't know. She's gonna send them out. It's gonna hit the first god it hits, or first enemy, I guess. It's gonna root them. They're gonna be crippled. They won't be able to do anything. And at max rank, it's gonna have a little AOE around when the first enemy gets hit. So you can root up to 3 people, cripple them. It also does a lot of damage. I've hit people for like 500 damage with Sickle at max rank. It's pretty good. It's gonna help you lock them down, which is never bad for Scylla. And we're going to move on to the ability that you should be leveling up first. That's Crush. Crush is very powerful. You throw it down. You can detonate it early by pressing the ability again, or it will just detonate after 5 seconds. And at max rank, I don't know why I added this there. Max rank is going to reduce the magical protections and it's going to slow them. Now, this ability is super powerful. It's going to scale 80% of your magical power. 80%. Max rank is going to reduce the protection by 25%. You can easily hit a squishy. At least I have before. I've hit quite a few times. Hit squishies for 800 damage with Crush. Now that's just a regular ability. 800 damage. That's dumb. Super powerful. Level this up first. It's gonna be your main wave clear. It's gonna be really weak early because this ability mostly scales off your damage. I mean, at max rank is 290. But it's not a whole lot compared to some other abilities. But they gave you're gonna be chunking people with Crush. Now we got Sentinel. This is gonna be your escape. This is also the passive on it. Gonna give you some mana regeneration. It's not bad. That's not the main reason why you want to get it. You can also throw it down and make it act as a ward for a few seconds. Also not the main reason why you want it, but still not bad. Main reason why you want it, when you throw it down. Anyway, sorry about that. My game decided to disconnect from the internet. So, anyway, continuing on Sentinel. The main benefit from Sentinel though is when you throw out the ward portion. So now I can't talk. When you throw out the ward portion of the ability, the very first time, if you press the ability again, you would teleport to it. This is gonna be your escape. It's actually a pretty good escape. It's got a good range on it, especially when you get it fully loaded up. And, well, I hope you get all stuff like Odin's rings and that kind of stuff. You can even go through walls with it, like I just mentioned with Odin's ring. So, it's very good. It's a good escape. Then, we have her famous ability, I'm a monster. Where she truly is a monster, if you hit this. So, she becomes CC immune for 6 seconds. She gets increased movement speed, and she gets an extremely powerful attack. At one time, it's a big AoE, but it also has a very slow wind up on it. It takes a second or two before it lands. So you really you're gonna have to lead your target, or or just have some setup. You have a mirror that freezes them. I mean, it's pretty easy to set up just to kill them then. But just take a look at that damage per hit. It's 800 base plus 120%. That's a lot of damage. That's gonna hurt a lot of people. That's like over half the. It's gonna be way more than half the health of a Anubis. That's just gonna. Oh my. That's just so much damage. Like I said, I've had people were 1500 with it before. It's crazy. And that's not even the craziest part. Because if you hit someone with that ability, and you kill them with I'm a Monster, you get to use it again. And guess what? If you kill that person again with it, well, you get another attack with it. You keep chaining it as long as you're killing an enemy god with it. This is an ability that can make or break a team fight. If you miss, well, your team very well might lose that team fight. But if you hit it, well, this is gonna completely change the team fight. Your team's probably gonna win. I mean, it's gonna be hard for the enemy team to come back after getting hit by a monster. It's very powerful. And, well, that's gonna about do it for Scylla. Scylla's a lot of fun. Really love Scylla. I don't see her get played that often. Also, like I said, she's not really that much in the meta right now, but go and play her. If you want to play more of a carry type mage in mid, well, Scylla is gonna be the one for you. She can easily carry a game just because of how much damage she does late. She's really weak early. She doesn't have very good lane clear. You're going to be using your abilities a lot just to try to clear the wave. But you just gotta make it. You just gotta make it later in the game. get a couple items up, you should be pretty good to go. Well, thank you for watching. If you have any gods that you'd like to see me do next, just let me know down in the comments section. Also, follow me on Twitter and Twitch if you want to keep up with the stuff I'm doing. I pretty much stream on Twitch every night. Mostly right now I'm doing Smite, of course. But I know like when Payday 2 comes out for Xbox One, I'll be doing a lot of it. Still be doing Smite, of course. But yeah, just come by, hang out, have a lot of fun. Mostly play with my team. It's a good time. And I hope to see some of y'all there tonight on a stream. Anyway, that's gonna do it for Scylla. I apologize for the disconnect that I had. That took me all the way out of the game. So hopefully I get that all fixed. This. And, well, hope y'all have a great day and have fun.